Look at your bank account. That number on your screen. It's a lie. The currency confiscation is already happening, and you are paying for it every single time you step outside your door. They won't tell you this, but I will. The government and the central banks have built a machine designed to keep you working until you die, while silently draining the purchasing power of your life savings. They call it inflation. I call it theft. Let's do the specific math. If you earn 50,000 rupees a month today, you probably feel like you're surviving. But let's look at what that same 50,000 rupees bought you just 5 years ago. Your salary might have gone up by 10%, but the cost of mere existence has doubled. The price of edible oil, fuel, and basic healthcare hasn't just inflated, it has systematically destroyed your ability to save. You aren't doing anything wrong. The system is functioning exactly as it was designed to. Pause this video, take a screenshot, send this to everyone who tells you that saving money in a bank account is a good idea. Because putting your money in a savings account right now is financial suicide. This silent confiscation of your wealth is exactly why the Indian middle class is panicking. When your salary can't buy a house, and fixed deposits don't even beat real inflation, what do? You get desperate. You turn to the markets. You step into the F&O slaughterhouse. You try to trade options, hoping to double your money just to afford the life you were promised. But the brokers know you're desperate. The institutional algorithms feed on that exact desperation. The central banks steal your purchasing power, and the brokers steal whatever you have left. It is a perfectly closed loop. And you are the product. You sit at your desk, loading up your charts. You look at the VWAP. You wait for the EMA crossovers. You track the open interest, and you calculate the average true range. You think you have an edge. The institutions want you to believe that. They feed you lagging indicators, while their high-frequency algorithms execute thousands of orders in milliseconds. They see your stop losses. They hunt your liquidity. You aren't analyzing the market. You are walking into a slaughterhouse blindfolded. The game was rigged before the opening bell. And even if you miraculously survive the market, the government is waiting. They don't just steal your purchasing power through inflation. They double-tap your wealth. You earn a salary. They tax your income. You spend it to survive. They hit you with GST. You try to trade your way out of the middle class. They bleed you with securities transaction tax and capital gains. They are your silent business partner who takes all the profit and leaves you with 100% of the risk. So society gives you the old formula to beat this system. Just get more degrees. Upskill. The legacy colleges and edtech monopolies sell you a 2-year MBA for 20 lakhs, promising a 6-figure salary. But do the specific math. If you earn 50,000 rupees, paying off a massive loan at 12% interest while basic inflation runs at 7%, it is a mathematical impossibility to build wealth. They are selling you a ticket to a ship that is already sinking. The education system isn't a ladder. It's an anchor. Let's say you survive the education extortion. You get the corporate job. You save 10% of your salary. You think you are building a safety net. And then, biology catches up. A single medical emergency hits your family. You walk into a corporate hospital. They do not see a patient. They see a walking ATM. They tell you not to worry because you have health insurance. But the insurance corporations and the hospitals are playing on the exact same team. They deny your claim on a hidden technicality. They inflate the cost of basic medicine by 1,000%. In 48 hours, 10 years of your hard-earned savings are entirely wiped out. The system is designed so that one moment of biological vulnerability resets your wealth back to zero. You aren't building a safety net. You are just holding that money for the medical monopoly until they decide it is time to collect. If the hospitals don't drain your account, the corporations will bleed you through 1,000 tiny cuts. A decade ago, you bought things. You owned them. Now, you rent your entire existence. The software you use to work, the entertainment you watch, the cloud storage holding your memories, even the heated seats in modern cars. They have trapped you in the subscription serfdom. It is disguised as convenience. Just 500 rupees here, just 900 rupees there. But do the specific math. If you earn 50,000 rupees, these microdrains are calculated by algorithmic pricing models to extract exactly your remaining disposable income. They do not want you to own anything. Because ownership is freedom. If you own nothing, you are entirely dependent on their servers, their platforms, and their monthly grace. You are financing their billion-dollar empires with your pocket change, one auto debit at a time. To make absolutely sure you never stop spending, the system employs the most advanced psychological warfare in human history. Big tech algorithms. They study your insecurities. They know exactly when you are feeling stuck in your career or inadequate in your life. And what do? They flood your feed with peers who are supposedly winning. They show you the new phone, the luxury vacation, the status symbols. They manufacture your envy. You are manipulated into buying things you do not need, with money you do not have, to impress people who do not care. It is a psychological tax on your self-worth. Every time you upgrade your lifestyle to match an artificial digital standard, you voluntarily extend your sentence in the rat race. You are trading your future freedom for a temporary hit of dopamine. And then comes the final lock on your prison cell. The ultimate Indian dream, a 3 BHK apartment in the city. You take a 30-year loan. You literally pledge your future labor to the banks. But with the rupee melting and your corporate salary stagnating, that EMI becomes a noose. You are no longer working for your family. You are working to enrich the banking sector and the real estate conglomerates who artificially inflated the land prices in the first place. You don't own the house owns you. So, how do you survive the confiscation? You stop playing their game. You stop hoarding melting ice. You must convert your rapidly dying fiat currency into things they cannot print, cannot manipulate, and cannot inflate away. Hard assets, land, high-conviction cash-flowing businesses. Every day you hold cash, you are paying the silent tax to a government that failed to protect your purchasing power. If you earn 50,000 rupees, you cannot afford to leave 10,000 rupees sitting idle. You must deploy it as a shield. The colleges told you to study. The banks told you to save. They lied. The confiscation has already happened. What are you going to do about it?